Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make God what I seen him. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead that can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the right. You must show us stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black? Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Stibidi dim day, Stevie dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love Lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening, and welcome to Global TV. It is your program, The People's Point of View. Thank you all for joining us this evening on a really tiring feeling, even because of the weather and the humidity in London. But never mind, we'll battle through the heat. It's not anything that really lasts for too long, but we'll battle on with it. Would you like Metro Siaga to be a friend or an advisor to you? And if Metro Siaga speak to you out of his left mouth or out of his right mouth, which one of Metro Siaga's mouth would you listen to? Because I don't know how to fathom Metro Siaga's sharpened tongue. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, everyone, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Debbie Jarvis TV, good evening and welcome. Good evening. Who else is here? Monica Wills, good evening. Sharon Bernard, good evening. Elga Fletcher, good evening. Evan Bradford, good evening. Sunshine, Canadian Gal. Who else is here? Judy Roberts, good evening. Sophia Hall, Donna Williams, David Nibar, good evening. Lynette Jenkins, Pamela Akola, Yvonne Bradford, Janet Brissett, Colin, Sonia Johnson, who else is here? Good evening, everyone. Carlene Richards, good evening. Vincent Dinham, good evening. Sonia Sterling, good evening and welcome. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Renice Nicholson, Barbara Simpson, RJ, Colleen James, good evening. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Amanda Gale, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Ludel Burns, good evening. Colleen. Michael Coley, good evening. Gloria Taylor, good evening. Evan Bradford, good evening. Marcia Thomas, Michelle Johnson, Pauline Barnes, good evening and welcome. Let me see who is on the good evening TikTok. PNP Poodle, good evening. Deborah Jarvis TV, Sweet Pea, Uncle Maga, Don C, Kolo, Lovan Burnett, Rudy, Walter Dunn, Durant Robinson, Demar. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Patricia Matthews, good evening. The Unstoppable One, good evening. Which side of Metro Siaga mouth should we start with? The right part? Because over the right part of Metro Siaga's mouth, we soon get to your Andrew Holness. Over the right part of Metro Siaga's mouth, Metro Siaga says, I support Andrew Holness in doing a corrupt thing. says Metro Siaga out of the right side of his mouth. Then if you walk behind Metro Siaga and come to the left side of Metro Siaga's mouth, Metro Siaga said, though I support Andrew Holness doing a very corrupt thing, I wish for Andrew Holness to tell the public how you, Andrew Holness, arrived at the corruption. Metro Siaga, Andrew himself, I'm stupid. You can give him that. Andrew himself must be confused, Metro Siaga. Is this guy on my side? Or is this guy sneakingly throwing me under the bus? Or is it because the Public Service Commission people them, Tanisha Ellis, how are you? Is it because the Public Service Commission people them come out, why Metric come out and are going like it mean anything? Because are you any better than Andrew Holness? No, because you came out and tell us, I support Andrew Holness in the corruption. Because you knew, Metro Siaga, that the criteria was watered down to suit Dennis Chung. Even though, what's him call him? The Liad man there. Were to Dr. Arvel Moore over the precipice. When name? Fitz Bailey. Even Fitz Bailey, who would have been more qualified than this guy, was put aside, and then the criteria of law enforcement experience was removed / watered down, and Babs your uncle, Dennis Strong, gets the position. You support that, in your words, Metro Siaga. Then you're going to come and tell Andrew Holness, the public deserve to know why you remove the criteria. What kind of support is that, Metro Siaga? Why you don't come out blatantly and tell Andrew Holness say it make everything bad for the economy and you feel the pinch, so Andrew Holness must go? John Crow, why you set we on Andrew Holness, Metro Siaga? Why is Metro Siaga setting us on Andrew Holness? Why on a private sector where Andrew and him bad economic management a pinch in our pocket? Why don't gang up on Andrew? Why you come out here, Metro Siaga, and try to build feud? Why you come out here and try to build a feud between we and Andrew Holness? Lachlan, good evening. Highly favored, good evening. Why you come out here trying to build a feud between we and Andrew Holness? If you know Andrew Holness did a corrupt thing, otherwise you wouldn't be calling on Andrew Holness to come and tell the public why you water down the criteria for Dennis Strong when Fitz Bailey have the experience that fit that criteria, wanna never give that the wicked lion man the job. It's just another line top police job Fitz Bailey wouldn't get, or top law enforcer job Fitz Bailey wouldn't get. And you don't want to take on Andrew yourself because at the Public Service Commission, you say in the same thing. But 300 of the people from Public Service Commission right about this thing. And then now Metro Siaga come out here and try to get where Andrew in a calamity. Why only the private sector who support Andrew for do the corruption deal with Andrew? Why you come out here and set weep on Andrew? No, because Andrew bad economic policy, pinch on, and want feel it. While Ono, who have the power, Metrosiaga, don't ask Andrew Holness to resign or call the election forthwith. And them thing don't know if do. Or better yet, Metrosiaga, come out and ask for Dr. Tufton to resign over the mass baby killing. Over the mass baby killing where Guan at Victoria Jubilee. Them something that if you know go on like we don't care about the Jamaica people, and them something don't have to pay attention to. How can you support Andrew Holness to give an unqualified man a position given because of nepotism, a position given because of cronyism, a position that was watered down to suit the inexperience, the incompetency of Dennis Chung? You support that. And then you come out and say, me just say I got me confused. Me don't know which side of your mouth to listen to, if I the left side or the right side. That's why Fitzbailey left, cause Holness not give him the job. Remember say a two job them duck Fitzbailey off now, you know. Remember say Fitzbailey was runner, one of the runner for the police commissioner when Gogo got tapped down. And then give to Kevin Blake. And then him go in the Caribbean, Barry Dennis. Go get commissioner job. And saying come back, come apply for the top fit job. And Andrew Holness, because Fitzbailey, even though a lot of us wouldn't agree with Fitzbailey based on his track record, but at least based on his criminal track record and his lying track record in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, he would be a more fitting investigator, law enforcer to lead such a department with his experience in policing and organized crime and all of them something there where Fitzbailey lead in the police force in the past. We never saw you do, bro. So wicked as Fitzbailey is, as much as we disagree with Fitzbailey, there wouldn't been such a brouhaha in the country about Dennis Chung's appointment. But Metrosiaga, don't play hypocrisy and think to say the Jamaica people now go spot it. Say you are trying to pitch we against Andrew Holness. Metrosiaga, when Andrew Holness at war from COVID, where were you? Where Andrew Holness at it from COVID? Andrew Holness mash up on a little playpen now. On a little economy, on a feel the pinch. So you come out here one we fit except pan Andrew Holness. Metrosiaga on a fight for no war up there. A long time we done here so I fight the war with Andrew Holness. So now come draw we in our uno have with Andrew Holness at the moment. Come you know what kind of double talking that if uno claim say uno educated people, I support your corruption, but I want you to expose the corruption. How are you so dumb, Metrosiaga? I support your corruption, but I want you to expose your corruption. You're not a friend, Metri, and you're not a supporter. This is fifth columnism. Bloody hell, the man confused me. I don't know what they mean anymore. But then again, I labor rights. Does it really make a difference? when a pig apologizing for washing at the mud in the mud at the pipe side? Globalists, do you think it make a difference if a pig sees the mud at the pipe side and go walla in the mud, then come on to you and say, I apologize for wallowing in the mud? Does it really make a difference? Miranda Raddock, how you do? If the pig sees the mud at the pipe side, wallow in the mud, and then turn around and apologize for wallowing in the mud, does it really make a difference? Now, I can't encourage anybody to break the law or to uphold the law. It's up to you. But if we are to work on the premise of the rule of law, where it applies to all of us, then it's up to you if you want to abide by it or not. Because we have regularly seen one for the rich and one for the poor, one for uptown and one for downtown. Because the same politicians that create the law of indecent expletives as a criminal offense, the same politician would stand in public and blare out these same expletives that a police would box me and you in our face for on government road. How fair is that for law keeping or law breaking? If politicians don't have regard for the law, what would you expect from the society who looks to those people for guidance or for some moral direction or something of the sort of that? Winifred Saunders. Me can tell people to uphold the law, and me can tell them to break it. Everybody have to assess for themselves, and everybody have to duck and dive to themselves, because if you don't understand this by observing, you would have to study some world affairs, international politics, or international relations, or thing like that, to understand that the rules that the world is run on, it's the rules of the jungle. If you don't understand, let me say it again. The rules, and when you go to certain academics, you'll understand this, like political science, economics, law. There's many things, many of these principles that you would identify when you study them, that the world is run on the rules of the jungle. What does the rule of the jungle really means? The most dominant and the most powerful survive. If you're not dominant and you're not powerful, you're more likely to become eaten or become a footstool or be on the food chain. It's literally the rule of the jungle that applies in every country, between from country to country, on the international space. It is that rule that applies. However, as a people, we are told the norm that we have to abide by these so-called rules set by, and they're in the name of laws and regulations or whatever they call them. These set things that we have to live by. But when we observe them, we see that the way they apply to us, they do not apply to the people who have wealth and power. So it's the same rule that is in the jungle, where the most powerful animals dominate over the weaker ones, or the weaker ones wouldn't dare to take on the powerful ones because they know it's a life and death situation. It's basically how the world is run. It is why we are doing everything for the world to become a better place, but it really isn't, because the structure of how it is set up and how it operates, it's a dog eat dog mentality. It's a jungle mentality. It is a cutthroat mentality. You have to be ruthless to survive. We have seen it played out a lot, but this Andrew Holness regime is like dishing it out on a counter to us. It has been dished out on a counter to us. The way in which we see Andrew Holness uses the law, suppresses the poor people, have total disregard for the law when it comes to him and accountability and everything else. So I think even just by focusing on how Andrew Holness operates throughout his tenure, you can see the jungle mentality in his operation. It's me and my clan, and everybody else is subservient or a nobody under for him whole regime. And that's what Metro Siaga support. These are the people who uses money to control our country, control our electorate. This Metro Siaga came from the CIA clan that came to keep Jamaica where America have, to keep Jamaica in them position. I don't know where this is all going, but I'm confused by Metro Siaga, because generally, for most part, the private sector and the JLP tend to in a bed a lot because the two of them work for the CIA. Well then, you know, so wagwan in a world politics, you know, you cannot even keep up with what is going on. Me passing through TikTok today, and me hear one PMP woman really giving it to the labor rights them. It's full of whole heap of bad word, but whole heap of truth in it. And me I go play some of it. If you make me hear, if you not hear the audio, go because audio to go play it, And if you can't tolerate her too much, then me will tap her. But put the bad word aside, I think she was saying a lot. Hold on there. When I hear the audio,
It's right on the silence. When the store, the new building, we can have a Mitchell office there. Some soon have fix. Don't get gravity. All blood clot one fix. This side to come fix the road now. True election is about to call what? July or September.
Globalist, can you hear the audio on YouTube?
You're not late. The little young people they fed up to know what your promise. When I promise the little young people them, we don't have no factory, nothing. PNP
Thank you, Debbie.
blood clot over. You talk about bad man, blood clot one. One to the youths them. The prime minister come down, come left and right down, come talk about fix up blood clot. What shall we call Indian blood clot Brooks Park? We go remain Brooks blood clot now we should run some line. When I talk about blood clot, jump. Yeah, come talk about bad man. One thing with TNT when you're hungry. You see, Mark Golding and blood clot bunty. They have the money long blood clot. They don't feel like them blood clot broke. You understand? Want to promise spirit and promise with the people they switch. I'm not in the ear of them blood clot switch to PMP. We don't have to blood clot go down, labor right. We don't have to go down. We don't have to go down too much promises. When you look at the amount of blood clot young people were turned PMP, I know they could have lived as 54-year-old to see them a blood clot.
Sorry if it's not clear enough, is the audio.
We don't have to fix the whole blood clot road. PMP in power for 18 blood clot years. You understand? And then Portia can take 4 years. You understand? And true because of bad mind blood clot, PMP, wanna do them something at two way. Listen to me. PMP shall win. I'm not hungry. When the blood clot, I'm hungry. If you not find them about mix your life, find blood clot swimming, all winch, our blood clot, one dance, ten dance, they not make the blood clot hungry. They not make me hungry. They tell the truth. They not make the blood clot hungry. Because the way they deal with the blood clot good. You understand? We tired of blood clot labor right then. We tired of people sooner when blood clot election. Like blood Mandeville. No fix it. We now blood clot switch. We shall stand as blood clot PMP. If you try to start the road from right to Mr. Lins will not start the right time on this place. They should have poured some water upon the blood clot out there. They should have shown some water upon the blood clot. What the hell we can do our general election? And when the blood clot down there and see all the labor right there, the labor right there go vote down and make their school and then carry them up a top of there and go vote a blood clot again. But if you stop these things, appear corruption.
Pakuno is good enough for Andrew name as a Paul. Pakuno is good.
One lady did what MP in a labor rights section say, oh, I have 6 children. She come from Grey Ground and they want public. She know the woman said to the woman, I'm a breedy, I'm telling you, we don't have so much picnic and them disrespect to blood clot. We can't like, when we said the young people them are going to knock out on the blood clot by 7. At 7 the blood clot, young people them are knocked out by God number. We're tired on the bomber rascal. Tired on you. Now tired on you. You see the part of the Sudan fix right side of that have a mixture right in there. One of them shall fix the whole blood clot section so that when Mark Golding win, he can drive blood clot comfortable. With win, all up in the wind, all up in the blood clot here. Now come talk about bad man. Ask the Prime Minister, when we go to bad man, Prime Minister, ask the Prime Minister if he wasn't in blood clot waitress.
Hey!
The Prime Minister knows if the waitress and Gemini go blood clot up like half a tune. Why you not blood clot no late? Why you not know? Blood clot waitress be saying that I don't see you. I'm telling you, no, I'm on here. What you doing down here? You know what I do down here? You know, same thing. Me have the blood clot here. Up at Gemini, blood clot. No, same thing. Me I do blood clot down here. Yes. Yes. PMP, we're ready. We're ready, PMP, we're ready. We're ready, Mark Golding, we're ready. We're ready. This party is for the people. Them. That party is for the people. My blood clot, that one. I'm going to do a walk and cheat and lie and promise the people them. And we can't fulfill. It can't fulfill. Too late. Too late. We are ready to vote. Too blood clot late. We are ready to vote. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Waiting too late here, all the little young people them, and the young people them is the one that running the country. Them tired. PMP gone to blood clot. PMP gone and leave. Gone the blood clot election. Stop the election. No. To bomber clot. Calling. On a send out people if you lock up our blood clot water about it. And blood clot summertime. These children getting all too much blood clot holiday in Jamaica. Every fucking month is a holiday. Holiday. Listen, I'm PNP to the blood clot world. You understand? You're 54 to blood clot. And me never vote yet to bomb a rascal. I'm maybe till they are 54 to know which one party are the right party to vote for. And it is fucking PNP. Power. The blood clot.
Andrew Oldness. Sorry for the bad word globalist, but when we come across it to them, I said, sometimes I would really want to sit down and vent and do a show exactly like her. But in our settings, that is not always acceptable. So when you see somebody is really venting in them real space as to the truth and facts, because a lot of what she's saying, a lot of what she's saying, a lot of us sit down and cuss in a quiet about. A lot of us cuss when we flick with social media and see anything with Andrew come up on it. We just cuss. That's the feeling the country has been in. If Warrington can talk like that, why not? Exactly. Well, as we said earlier, beat and teach. If the pig sees the mud at the pipe side and go wallow in the mud, and then come to you and say, I apologize for wallowing in the mud, does it really make a difference? I don't think it really makes a difference. But this woman is saying a lot of truth. Even labor rights is fed up of labor rights. We're not fed up on our own self. It is why the Prime Minister is walking on eggshell calling the election, because he has seen that his support is fading away day after day after day. And he thinks that he will be able to buy back a few of you. Of course he will, because one of that cheap, when he will buy one back. But he's coming to that reality now, that it's all closing in on him. Taking it down to the wire, Prime Minister, don't look good for you in the first place. Incumbent government who are sure of a win, they call snap surprise election. Your birthday, Prime Minister, is coming up shortly, in a matter of weeks, isn't it? Your birthday is coming up shortly, in a matter of weeks. I wonder if you have anything planned for your birthday, like a nomination day birthday or an election day birthday. I don't know. But July, every time you turn Prime Minister, the duppy say July. Every turn you turn, the duppy say July. What happened to you on July? What is wrong with you on July, Prime Minister? Are you going to do anything to coincide with your birthday in order to get the people to say, oh, the Prime Minister is 53, so let's vote the Prime Minister in so he can stay in office until he's 58? Come on now, Prime Minister. Lawrence Michael, how are you? What have you got planned? At the 22nd or when are the Prime Minister birthday? Is it the 22nd? What have you got planned, Prime Minister? Is there anything that might surprise us around your birthday time? Just checking. Because at the moment, Andrew Holness, and I don't know if the Labour Rights has recognized that, You're holding the country at ransom, Prime Minister. Prime Minister, you are holding the country at ransom. You have been there, Prime Minister, for 10 years, 9, 10 good years, and you have done zilch. We have seen, though, the mass rolled out of projects left, right, and center, uptown, downtown, across the country. In a bid, Prime Minister, to push the can down the road and to say to the people, look how much projects we have started and we are working on. If you don't vote for us, the PNP won't continue these projects. So bring us back for another 5 years and we will complete those projects. Prime Minister, don't you think they'll all go down like Cornwall Regional Hospital? Don't you think, Prime Minister, they will all go down like Cornwall Regional Hospital, a never-ending gas guzzle of the public purse with a no operational date in sight, Prime Minister? Look on where you go up in with the after 9 years, 8 years. You're down at Cornwall Regional when you're rickety-tickety. And the only thing we have left of Cornwall Regional is a makeshift hospital in a refugee camp and a half-finished administrative block. That's all. 8 years, almost $30 billion. Almost $30 billion. 8 years. And what do we have to show from it? A half-finished administrative building and a makeshift hospital in a refugee camp in Montego Bay. Tell us that what it's not is. And Andrew Holness is expecting the Jamaica people. Cousin Candy is welcome. Andrew Holness is expecting the Jamaica people to give him 5 more years to complete the roads that he has allowed in 9 years to fell into such disrepair that he declared them national emergency. But Andrew Holness wants 5 more years to complete. You ask him what when you buck him up. Andrew Holness haven't built a school or a hospital in his 9 years. All of a sudden, Andrew Holness and Dr. Tufton find land to build hospital. Them a build theater left, right, and center across the country. Them buy drill for $31 million where you could have get 6 drill out of the $31 million. This government is doing so much, so late. So much government, so late. What would have been a joy for the Labour Party to go around and tell the country if all of these projects that Andrew Holness is rolling out now, if all of these projects Andrew Holness is rolling out now, if Andrew Holness was doing all this for the last 9 years, imagine the good tidings that the Labourites would be able to tell us of what the Prime Minister has done. One wouldn't have to come and use the word tremendous, Bessies, bettera esses, and all of that. Good Prime Minister. The first to do this Prime Minister. Because all of those are paintbrush. But the entire paintbrush have many different strands of it. And what we want you to do, Labourites, is pluck one of the strands from the paintbrush and explain the straw to us. Do that. And don't come and tell us that, oh, this is a paintbrush. How much strands does a paintbrush have, labor rights? That's what we want to know. So when we now come tell you that the Prime Minister done amazing job, tremendous job, good job, what it is? It could be a good pile of shit. That could be a good old rotten mango. Good what? Amazing what? Look at those amazing teeth of the crocodile. Just imagine if you all Prime Minister have paid attention to the job that we, the people, have given to Andrew Holness. Imagine the successful Prime Minister that Andrew Holness would have been now. If Andrew Holness were to focus on at least a project per year, if Andrew Holness were to focus on at least a project per year, Andrew Holness could have had 7, 8 good completed projects to present to the country that these are my accomplishments. The country is in a legislative entanglement with certain things. We see where the Prime Minister used the legislation to straighten out things how he wanted in relation to giving Parler more time, in relation to scooping the office of the political ombudsman from its independent basis into the pocket of the Prime Minister. Imagine Andrew was doing something constructive with the legislative power that the Prime Minister has. Like, listen to the Jamaica people and roll back the legislation, the Beach Act legislation that permits us from controlling our beaches and give us the right to enjoy our beaches. These are social changes that government make. These are legislative changes that government make to benefit the people. Oh, it's an election. Here comes Matthew Samuda. We'll make sure we tell the hotel people them say, if you're going to walk on the beach, fuck you, you little dog. Because it's basically what he was saying to us. Oh, when we're letting them build a hotel, we're going to tell them if they're going to walk on the beach. This is the disrespectful way that these labor rights speak to us. The labor rights, them dunce as they are, when them talk to us, them talk to we like a them one guy school. And we're not going to understand that what they're saying is literal bullshit, which is a lot of that come out on a mouth, if the truth be told. A lot of that come out of their mouth, if the truth be told. The country is watching you, Andrew Holness. The country is seeing every move you're making, that all these moves is about power, is about avoiding accountability, is about avoiding scrutiny. This is what it is about for Andrew Holness. But we are the guardian for the state of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. We, the people, are the guardian for the state of Jamaica. And we're not going to allow you to run up and down and trample Yes, Claudette Edward, and never even said, remember it was no secret that Colin have a lease to Boston. Wasn't any secret. But I'm not saying, because when Colin in a position Jamaica people have access to it, innit? And when labor rights said them want it, and we know when labor rights take anything, we don't have access to it anymore. Hurry up and call the election, Prime Minister. Make we get rid of them from Portland. Hurry up and call the election. Make we get rid of them from Portland. Particularly East Portland. We really would like both to go, but East Portland is the grand prize for them. And we're going to make sure we bulldoze East Portland out of the JLP hand. Because you have shed blood, Jamaica Labour Party, to get to East Portland seat. You, the Jamaica Labour Party, sitting in the seat of East Portland, have blood on your hands sitting there. And we are going to make sure, given a time to go back and get a go wash off the dry blood, want to sit down on a hand with Dr. Bloomfield's seat. The people of East Portland, since the death of Dr. Bloomfield, have not been represented. The people of East Portland are crying out for representation. They're crying out for water. They're crying out for humanity. They're crying out for access to their fishing and their beaches, which they grew up on and using. East Portland people are crying out. And East Portland people are going to choose meaningful representation. East Portland have something that will be getting something that they have not seen in 9-10 years. They have not seen since the death of Dr. Bloomfield. That's what East Portland will be seeing under an educated, erudite Isaac Buchanan, who know all the little different bits and pieces how to represent you. That astute lawyer who really don't lose case. That's the type of representation you're going to get. That lawyer who will take up your case without a dime and represent you in court. That lawyer who have taken a man out of prison after 50 years of remand without trial or charges. That's the type of representation coming to East Portland, not the fuckery of twirling and swirling and Merlin in front of the camera, unable to read what we all learn at primary school, you fucking dunce. No, not that. Proper representation from an erudite attorney. That is what is coming to East Portland. The people of East Portland must recognize that, and the people of East Portland are willing to go with that, which they ought to. You want take big job and you can't read. Go on back to school. One of the 10 years of damage in the country. Take the time after the general election to go pick up a book, labor rights. Use the time after the next general election to pick up a book. It might help you all to be better at governance whenever time the country allowing them to come back in power, which could be another 36 years. Could be another 36 years. You all are going to be shocked the morning after election. The people of Jamaica are crying out for leadership. The people across the country are crying out for representation, which none of us are seeing under the Jamaica Labour Party. It's a let's all fill our belly pigsty that is being run on our country at the moment. Let's all see how much we can fill our belly before the little grow and the banana peel run out. That's how the Labour them are run the country at the moment. That's why Andrew got St. Thomas go send open urban center. Me called idiot Gram Smog and nearly cry over the nonsense. And there's nothing there to see, nothing there to do. You can't even shit now piss there. Because police are going to charge you for whatever they want to charge you for. Because the Prime Minister never even connect the sewage before him do a ribbon cutting. Enough of this government. The people of this country, as much as they are in fear of how this government has militarized law enforcement in our country, the people are fed up. Look in front of your Prime Minister how much rock, stone, and pebbles you see in front of you. That means that the people them, thanks Ron. That means that the people them, Prime Minister, will come out, come support you, and make crowd look thick round you, where we can't say nothing that round you. They are not coming out. Everybody fed up of you. Everybody says you just a thief for you and your friend and your family them. Nothing, Prime Minister, for you is about the Jamaican people. Never have you seen a Prime Minister in our country that everybody just take you willy-nilly and shove you back up under your mother just so. Never have we had a Prime Minister where the nation of all age just lose respect for you just so. Nobody has respect for you anymore. And it's because of your dismal leadership. Your lying, your stealing, your failed promises, your corruption, your nepotism, your cronyism. These are all the things make people fall out of love with your Andrew Holness. Because majority of us love that young 39-year-old Andrew Holness. We did. That young 30-year-old boy, a lot of us like the image of a prime minister of our generation running our country. A prime minister who we could identify with, born in the 70s with we, have buck toe like we, even when face becoming like buck toe now, have buck toe like we, and all of them something there. We were kind of saying, yes, we get somebody now, we understand what we are going to from Michael and PJ and Siaga and them old politicians there. That young one you go understand we. That young one you know say we fed up at the promise without the delivery. Backside. Couldn't get Wasara. Couldn't get any Wasara. We never have any of those old guard who, even though them always give up on with to a degree, give up on the country where no claim fair run to the fact where Andrew Holness own MP, own cabinet minister have to force Andrew Holness to declare the roadways across the country as a national emergency. I never remember when Darren Vaz pushed him in Parliament about 3 weeks before he come out and him make him national emergency galang in. He was forced by Darren Vaz to do it. Counting Buckle Stopper Minister. I wonder if Damian can. Like how Damian, Darren Vaz and his Buckle Stoppers. Where is Damian Crawford? Do I have Damian Crawford explaining the Buckle Stopperism? Hold on. Yeah, definitely. I tried to tell you all the while. I know we there. When you attack, you can take time with the knives. We will hear you. I'm looking for. Damian Crawford. You mean I didn't download it? Hold on, I think I did repost it. Damian Crawford do the buckle stopper max. Damian Crawford face it. Damian Crawford did the buckle stopper max. Let me try to see if I can find. I thought I reposted this today. Yeah. The spokesperson education publicly and said that the school bus system. When I hear good. I'm making a mathematical calculation to prove the buckle stopper bias that it is impossible for a school bus program to work. Let us start with this assumption. You look like the minister accord with buckle stopper. Violet was. How are you? Damian faced the bad. That is on him in a video. But you know this, that the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Education. This school bus system, 100 routes, 258 schools, 328,000 students in the first phase. Within 2 years, we will be able to cover the 850 schools. 650,000 students will be able to go to school every month. He suggested that 100 buses in phase 1, 110, but 10 is in reserve to replace the ones that might be done, etc. So at the middle point, 100 buses will be in rotation. He also said that those 100 buses will carry 380,000 students. Now let's do the bus breakdown to find what is the average seat capacity of the buses. The average seat capacity of the buses is 48 students. This is done by a weighted average. So we need a finite time span to get to school on time. 6 to 8 a.m. The most trips these buses can ever take is 2 trips, and there is 1 per route. It will mean therefore that the total amount is equal to 48 times 100, which is equal to 4,800 students per trip. You might take 2 trips, the bus can make 2 trips, which will give us 9,600 students at maximum capacity. 328,000 students in the first phase. The system is nowhere near 128,000
Now, the boat moves from point A to B, sequentially moves from point B to A. So one bus goes from Linstead to Spanish Town and moves back from Spanish Town to Linstead. The other contract is the president that bus goes from Linstead to Spanish Town, come back with nobody and go back from Linstead to Spanish Town. So you can therefore say 50% of this number. Now, why it's traffic in one direction? Because based on location of residents, it is often that more persons move in one way or the other. So we can add another 4,500, 4,800 here to say it's going in the other direction. If you want to be kind to Pakistan, the full 100%, and therefore the full 100% will be about 18,000, 19,200. If you have 50%, it will be about 14,000. So that 14,000 has the maximum capacity of the system that the KLD is proposing. If it is to service 328,000, you would have to make 328,000 divided by 4,800. It will have to make 68 trips each day. So based on the calculation, his bus system in the period of 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. will make 68 trips. Each bus will make 68 trips. In total, all buses will make 68 times 100, 6,800 trips per day.
Powers Road.
It is a shame that the Minister of Education and the Minister of Finance were in line.
But the whole of them don't same way, Damian. If Vaz a buckle stopper, them a must stone a marble. If Vaz a buckle stopper, them a must stone a marble because the whole of them are the same. No better Erin, no better Barren. Them a labor right, them bound for duns.
It's ridiculous calculation. So, there is absolutely no way this 300,000 students. Now, please remember, all students go to school every single day, and so they will need that transportation. Now, it is impossible that bus can make 68 per day. Now, to the contrary, if Pakistan government says that each student will not get a bus each day, then of the 190 days that the students are supposed to go to school, they will be able to access this bus only 3 days. Or 190 days, if it is going to service 328,000 students. So, Pakistan government, there's nothing correct about what you have calculated.
Judgment. When you're done, you're done. And you see what the problem actually is with politicians like Vaz speaking like this. You know, labor rights, take it and run with it and believe it to be gospel. Labor rights will take that calculation from Vaz, knowing that Vaz didn't know a thing he was saying. Even if somebody write out to give money my talk off a teleprompter, poor Vaz don't know what I talk about. But labor rights have a way of listening to these loose-tongued politicians just tell lies for the sake of it, not knowing that JBC and RGR broke down and oops, it's new media. Always keep that in the front of your mind. New media. JBC and RGR broke down. So they can't just get up and come say the same thing them out on the mouth when you know we're in an era of fact checking. Fact checking, you can fact check things while you're live. It's not like BBC tell you so and then You hear BBC with it this evening, 8 o'clock, and the story done. Ketep. We sleep, eat, drink, wear, bathe, rest, work. In it. It's a different time now. I'm not sure our politicians are going to catch up. Because our politicians, them still in the analog mentality. That's why Edward Warmington can come on stage, can cuss bad word, and it's fine because the BBC, JBC and RGR would have cut it out, and we would have never known that the drunker behave like that on a political stage. This government, somebody said something I want to respond to. Who was it? Monica Wills? Was it Andrew now? Comment on the dead baby them all now. Remember the last set of dead baby, the 8 dead baby. Andrew didn't comment on those baby either. The only baby Andrew comment on Monica Wills. Remember the baby them what Andrew was hearing and sleep or cry? Dr. Mario, how you know? Remember the baby them where Andrew Holness era cry and say, why did you make the Labour government go? But Andrew Holness had one baby, I believe one baby did tell you that, or how much of a baby tell you that Dr. Tufton has murdered 32 babies in front of us, Prime Minister. Plus 15,000 Jamaicans on an annual basis. It is what you and Dr. Tufton murder. Want to notice that when Andrew Holness commit his crimes against us, Andrew Holness stick his head in the sun like Astrid and act like nothing is happening in the country. How much time I want to see Andrew Holness do that behavior on the big critical issues that centered around his government? Andrew Holness go totally dumb power. Totally dumb power. I don't see how Jamaica could progress under Andrew Holness, giving Andrew Holness a third term. There's no way you could explain it to any of us who have not seen what he has done for the last 9 years. You won't be able to convince us, the broader sector of Jamaicans, including a lot of labor rights, that this Prime Minister will accomplish anything if given another 5 years. Because we have given him 9 years and he's unable to come to us and said, I have accomplished these. I have done this to make a difference in your life. Andrew Holness cannot say that. And it's quite a shameful thing, mind you. It's a very shameful thing. We have wasted our time electing you, Andrew Holness. The power we have given you was a total waste of time. You made nothing of it. You have achieved nothing, Prime Minister, because you, such a chatterer of a government who posts and highlights everything, you're yet Prime Minister to come and boast to us about your achievements, even though you're tremendous, first, better, best, and besties, Prime Minister. Come to us and show us what you have achieved. I dare you, Prime Minister. But you wouldn't take the dare, because if you would have taken the dare, you'd have called the election long time. You would have. If you're confident in yourself, Prime Minister, if you are confident in the government that you led for two terms, there would be no ducking and diving, my friend. You at this moment shouldn't be waiting on the tangibility of any of these projects or whatever groundbreaking or whatever you're rolling out at the moment for the people of Jamaica to see it to give you another term, Prime Minister. You should have had A to Z that you have completed over the last 9 years to point to. Yeah, play catch up. Yeah, play catch up. Yeah, open empty place. You come back with the empty promises. You have no shame. But then again, if you couldn't turn up and thief so much in front of we while telling we said we're bad men to talk about with things where are thief, it's never gonna go down well between us and the PM. Anyway, my peeps, thank you for being here tonight. Tomorrow morning, you won't have a show tomorrow morning because I'll be having one of my regular Tuesday appointments tomorrow. I have quite a few Tuesday appointments lined up for July. Not all of them will affect my broadcast. The tomorrow one, though, will affect the early broadcast. My appointment is 11 o'clock. No, 11:30. It's a bit of distance from home. Plus, I don't know how long that appointment will be. So I can almost certain that we won't have a show in the morning, but definitely we will be back for the people's point of view tomorrow evening. Yes, Michael, if Andrew Holness did confident in his governance of Jamaica and that he has accomplished that he set out to do and that he has made whole on the promises that he had made to the Jamaica people. The thief would have called the election a long time. But what this thief never expect us to do is for the whole country to catch him with its stolen goods. That's what gone wrong for Andrew Holness, the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission is what went wrong for Andrew Holness. Because you see, without the Integrity Commission, Andrew would be an unfettered thief. Andrew Holness would have been, because Andrew Holness is a brawling thief, even with the scrutiny of the Integrity Commission. Andrew is a brawling, outrageous thief. Imagine the Integrity Commission wasn't there since 2017. We're kind of holding back a little bit. Kind of holding back a little bit. But Andrew Holness is an unfettered thief. And at that, this is the only reason why Andrew Holness went to court asking them to struck out Section 14, subsection 5 of the Corruption Prevention Act. Just to give Andrew free rein to just walk on thief just so. I don't know how this man goes on the international, but then again, all politicians are criminals. Majority of them are pedophiles. So there's literally no good in any of them. So there's no shame to be had, but then again, animals don't really understand the shame dynamics. There's really no shame to be had amongst these people because they're all animals. It's the mentality that they dwell in. Because as I said, global politics is it's run by the jungle mentality. It's a dog eat dog world. The strongest survives in the jungle. Thank you very much for being here this evening on The People's Point of View. Join us right back here tomorrow evening, as we won't be available in the morning. Thanks for your continuous support. If you're new to Global TV, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok, please give us a follow. So when we go live, you will get our notification. Thank you once again for your continuous support. Good night from Global TV. Oh, I cannot find my assets. Where are they?
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If
you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.